Hi, I'm here to support Resolution 275, which opposes the most abhorrent acts of cruelty to primates that I know of. We all deserve to have a say in it because it's our tax money that funds this NIH project. And number two, because this is our community. We set the standards based on our values, not the university. The university has shown that their standards of ethics are so abysmal that they consider the treatment of the primates in question humane. What is humane about the relentless abuse of newborn monkeys daily for a year until they're driven into psychosis and killed? But don't worry, they say they will actually be euthanized humanely. I think the Animal Care Committee enforces many small regulations, like keeping very clean cages, or feeding them on time and giving them water on time. But when it comes to inflicting torture on an animal, so long as it's nicely written up in a protocol, it's acceptable. Since primates are our closest living relatives, they're being used as our surrogates for research. But the other side of the coin is that they experience the suffering exactly as we do. So why leave the standards of ethics to a biased group of individuals who have a $500,000 stake in it? And additionally, the personal success of Kalen's private company. Are you surprised they didn't include the bioethicist in their decision? UW often cites individuals who object to as animal rights extremists or activists. I, like many others, have worked in labs using animals, and I can tell you that the mice in the 2 research labs I have worked in have been treated infinitely better than primates. And this was at least for cancer research. Other people support animal work for AIDS, but still object to deliberate infliction of pain and torture on primates. We are mainstream people who have limits on what should or shouldn't be done, especially for low-yielding type basic research. While psychiatric disease is real and relevant, relentless torturing of primates into having psychoses is horrific and unacceptable. It hasn't yielded cures in the past 60 years, so why keep doing it? Saying someday it might lead to something is like saying I may build a spaceship and someday I may get to another galaxy. Sure, it's possible, right? There are people out there who already have disorders that can be studied for best treatments. And perhaps even more people could be saved by studying best prevention techniques. I've read letters that have been coming in over the past few weeks from neurologists, psychiatrists, veterinarians all over the country who have suggested that other techniques are much better and can be used as alternatives, and have agreed with the moral argument that this should never be done simply on the ethical question of it. The highest order of animals should have the most protection from suffering, not the least. They're like children. The study violates the 1985 Animal Welfare Act that requires their psychological well-being to be cared for. The university exploits its legal loophole to be exempted from animal welfare protection. They're basically pushing the limits to do any kind of ruthless experiment for any financial gain. What they don't factor in is the cost of human character. Not all pursuits of science are noble or holy. Like good scientists, we, the community, should all question thoroughly what we will allow. I think George Bernard Shaw said it well when he said, "Atrocities are not less atrocities when they occur in laboratories and are called medical research." So why am I just standing up for 40 of the 9,000 primates that are being experimented on in our city? My belief is that individuals do matter, that newborns shouldn't be isolated and stripped of their maternal bonds, stripped of their sane, healthy minds, harmed over and over until they're disposed of like 40 test tubes. The co-sponsors of 275 and the medical community who have spoken out against it both on the moral ground and the scientific ground, and the kind citizens of our community give me hope to opposing the indifference of inflicting suffering on others.